In 1970, an Indian paint company spent 8 crore rupees on a single machine. Not a factory, not a paint mixer, a computer. At a time when most Indian businesses had never even seen one, people thought the founders had lost their minds. Why would a paint company need a computer? 57 years later, that crazy decision is the reason Asian Paints alone makes more profit than its two biggest competitors combined. Hi, I'm Akash, founder of StartKaro, and I decode how businesses actually work. Today, we're breaking down the master stroke nobody talks about, and it has almost nothing to do with paint. Here is the problem with the paint business that most people never think about. Paint is a nightmare to sell. There are thousands of shades, each shade comes in multiple sizes. Now, multiply that across lakhs of tiny hardware shops spread across a country as big as India. No small dealer can possibly stock every color in every size. So when a customer walks in and asks for one specific shade, the shop says out of stock and that sale is gone forever. So the real battle in paint was never about who makes the best paint. It was about who can get the exact right product to the exact right shop at the exact right time. And that is not a chemistry problem, that is a data problem. Asian Paint understood this decades before anyone else. This is master stroke number 1. While competitors sold through layers of distributors and wholesalers who ate up to 20% of the margin, Asian Paints did something risky. They cut out the middleman entirely and started supplying dealers directly. That gave them something far more valuable than margin. It gave them data. Every single order, from every single shop, flowing straight back to them. And that is what the computer was for. They used it to forecast demand, which color would sell, in which town, in which season, before it even happened. Today that system predicts demand with over 90% accuracy. They deliver to 70,000 dealers 3 to 4 times a day, and most of that stock sells within hours of landing. Their competitors were running a paint company. Asian Paints was quietly running a data company that happened to sell paint. But here is masterstroke number 2, and this one is pure genius. Even with perfect forecasting, the shade problem remained. How do you stop 1,000 colors in a tiny shop? Their answer: don't. Instead, they placed tinting machines inside dealer shops. A machine that mixes a few base colors into thousands of shades on the spot in minutes. Think about what this did. The dealer no longer needed to stock every color. He stocked a few bases and could make almost any shade a customer wanted instantly. The out of stock problem just vanished, and it created a quiet lock-in. Once a dealer has your machine calibrated to your colors on his counter, why would he ever push a rival's brand? Even today, Asian Paints has deployed more tinting machines than Berger and Nerolac put together. Now here is the deeper lesson, and this is the part worth remembering. Asian Paints did not win on the obvious thing. They did not win on better paint or louder ads or lower prices. They won on the invisible layer underneath, the data and the distribution. And that is exactly why nobody can copy them. You can copy a color overnight. You can copy an ad in a week. But you cannot copy a supply chain and a data system that has been compounding for 60 years. So whatever business you are building, ask yourself this one question. Everyone in my industry is competing on the obvious thing. What is the invisible bottleneck that everyone is ignoring? Because that hidden problem, the one nobody wants to solve, is usually where the real unbeatable business is hiding. That was the 8 crore bet that built a 57-year monopoly. If you got value from this breakdown, subscribe, because we decode one hidden business masterstroke every week.